Hi, this is Andy HG, and the last weekend I was at TooManyGames for my fourth year there, and it was a pretty great year this time. We had lots of great special guests like the Game Chasers. We had Scott, aka Grimsy42. We had 8-Bit Eric, AlphaOmegaSin as always, and of course we had Angry Video Game Nerd Mike Matei and Bootsy there. You know, all three of them for once. We had Spoony, aka Noah Antweiler, as well as Shane Louise. It was all a great time hanging out with some of those guys. Like, I feel like I got to experience what the Game Chasers are like more so than I did at MagFest. Maybe because I think with MagFest, it's a much bigger convention. Well, can it really be called a convention as opposed to a festival? I don't know. Yeah, I got to experience what hanging out with them is like, and I gotta say, they're really fun guys to hang out with. If for some reason you have never watched the Game Chasers or any of the people I'm talking about, I'm gonna post links down to their channels down below. Or is it up there, depending what YouTube decides to do next. TooManyGames felt like a really nice reunion of people that I've met before over the years, especially YouTube celebrity-wise. And meeting some new people I've never met before, like Noah. But yeah, I was there all 3 days. You know, I met a couple people who watch my channel, and you know, I say thank you for coming out to TooManyGames. Thank you for saying hi to me or whatever. And with TooManyGames this time, I decided to save a lot of money so I could buy some nice stuff from TooManyGames. Because last year I did get quite a few things, if you saw my video from last year. And I decided to invest a little bit more. In fact, I saved quite a lot of money. And I mean quite a lot of money. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I've received at this year's TooManyGames. First thing I found before the show even opened was a Duo Tap. Now this works perfectly with the Turbo Duo controllers, not so much the TurboGrafx 16 ones, because the TurboGrafx 16 ones are much bigger than these. And I picked it up for only 10 bucks too, which I see out of the box on eBay go for at least 30 bucks, and no way I'm spending that much money. Now I broke a tradition of mine, and I got this from Windy City Gaming, and this is a Neo Geo CD, now the flip top one, and it's a Japanese version of it, which is good because it's still region free and it works perfectly. Yeah, the load times are there, but you know, it's not that bad, I don't think. Also from Windy City Gaming, I got in games like Blue Sea. From the look of it, it looks like some kind of RPG-like game for the Sega Saturn. I remember seeing Blue Sea back on Sci-Fi Channel or something like that, back in like the early 2000s. Which I don't know how many people actually remember Blue Seed, and it was kind of like some weird mystical anime, which really isn't that descriptive when it comes to anime, but I think you can find it still on YouTube, and you know, for 9 bucks and a Sega Saturn import, you know, not a bad deal. Speaking of anime, I got a Tenchi Muyo game, also for the Sega Saturn, which looks to be like some kind of Mario Party-like game. And for 7 bucks, not too bad. It appears to be based on the OVA series than the other universes of it. I found a Japanese copy of Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. And if you see right there, that was actually signed by Johnny. And I remember seeing Billy Hatcher when it first came out when I was about 13. But I've never actually owned the game. I think I just rented it from Blockbuster all the time for some reason. And I used to have this game. I used to have like the North American version of this game, but I don't know what happened. This is Super Mario Land 2, which I picked up for about 8 bucks. And you know, it's one of the best games I played on the Game Boy. Like, I played the first Super Mario Land. It was an okay game. I mean, it wasn't great, but you know, for a portable game, it was pretty pretty nice for the time. But this kind of felt more Mario-esque. Not a video game, but I picked up a copy of Nerd vs. Geek from Cinevore. And that is Steph and Matt who signed it. You can check that right there. Now, Nerd vs. Geek. How do I describe this show?
This is delicious!
Some miscellaneous games I got. I forgot what table this was. But I picked up a copy of Street Fighter the movie, the game, for about $7, which is way better than what I see it go on eBay for, which is like at least $20. I mean, the case is not in that great condition, but, you know, as long as the disc is okay, I really don't care too much. Also, it's not in really great shape either, but I have a copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for the GameCube, which I got for only $10. Does not come with the manual, unfortunately. I don't know why I never owned it per se. Like, I always rented it from Blockbuster or for Hollywood Video, but I don't know, I just felt like because I had the Dreamcast version already, I just didn't see the need to. But, I don't know, there's just more to do with this one as opposed to the Dreamcast one, which makes this worth owning. Also, I got a TurboGrafx 2 card game, which is called Ninja Spirit. I'm not too familiar with all the TurboGrafx library, but from what I heard, this is a great game. And also, for about $12, I picked up Kirby's Adventure, which this is another game that I used to rent, but I never really owned for some reason. And it's definitely not a bad game at all. I mean, it's Kirby. How can it be bad? Like, Nightmare in Dreamland before it became Nightmare in Dreamland, pretty much. And when I was hanging out with Adam and the Game Chasers, they heard that there was like dollar NES games for sale at this table. And I picked up quite a few nice ones before there was like nothing left. The first one I picked up was Jackal. You're in a tank which only can take one hit for some reason. But there's infinite continues, so there's like no reason to quit or anything like that. You get missiles, you get a regular gun, and you know, it's overall just fun to play. I got in Rad Racer. I never knew this existed until like years ago when I found out more about the NES library. Strangely, my dad didn't own this, which is, I don't know, maybe as a kid I would have been bored with this, but it's a pretty nice racing game. I got in T2, the LJN one. It's just, you know, not really good because, I mean, if you watch Angry Video Game Nerd's review on it, you'll see why. I got TNC Surf Designs, which for some reason James seems to hate, but Pat loves. This is one I have yet to play as well, but you know, for a bin of $1 NES games, you can't really go wrong. So I got in a reproduction cart of a Sega Genesis game that never made it overseas. It was only released in Australia for some reason, and it's really expensive, but the game is days before Christmas. I believe there's a Super Nintendo version as well, but I've never seen them on eBay or anything like that for some reason. Like, I don't expect a good price if I ever did, but you know, instead of like blowing it like over $100 for a game I possibly might not like, you know, for $30 as a reproduction card or as a pirate, if you're one of those people, it's a chance I'll take. Something really special I got from them was the Power Glove. And not just the Power Glove either. It actually came with the box, which has the instructions, a poster with it, you know, all the sensors and so. And I got really nice bro price for this. I would really like to thank Matty for this because I just wore this mostly for the entire weekend, and I mean, it's a bad accessory, but it's kind of a funny one. Just to see how far you can get in a game with this. So those are the things I got from TooManyGames this year, and I can't wait to see what next year brings. So thank you to everyone at 8-Bit Evolution. Thank you, Windy City Gaming. Thank you, Frank at Game Junkie, for having a table this year. It was really great helping you out. And thank you to all the special guests and all the attendees who came. It just wouldn't be a success without you guys. So this is Andy HG. Take care.